Everybody. So I recently did a tune for Tune of the Week that was an Acadian tune called Rivière à la Truite. And I was remembering that it actually corresponds to a Cajun tune, which is very rare. You know, obviously the Acadians came from Western France over to Nova Scotia and then to New Brunswick, and then they were all deported, and over the years came down to Louisiana, where they became Cajuns. So it's easy to find songs that you can trace in each of those three places, Western France, Nova Scotia, and Louisiana. But the tunes are really hard. I haven't really heard many people who've been able to trace those tunes. But I think this tune from Dennis McGee, a Cajun fiddler, might actually be tied to two Acadian tunes. So I'll demonstrate that, okay? This is the tune from Dennis McGee. It's called the Danse Carrée, which is a square dance tune, according to him, according to the title. I'll play it in the Acadian style. I can't play Cajun fiddling, so this is my Acadian version of Dennis McGee's Danse Carrée. Okay, so the tune that I played that's Acadian is an old Acadian reel from New Brunswick, Reel de la Rivière à la Truite. And I think the first part of this Acadian tune corresponds to the first part of the Cajun tune. So here's the Acadian tune. First part. That's the Cajun piece. So I've always suspected, it always felt to me that those two parts were tied together, which is a really interesting indication that maybe there were tunes that came down from Acadia all the way to Louisiana. And now I'll show you one more piece that I think is the third part of that Dennis McGee tune that's also an Acadian tune. So I'll have another Acadian tune here. This is called the Rabestan. It's from the Magdalen Islands, and it's from the playing of Lisa Ornstein, who learned it from Avila LeBlanc, who was one of the great fiddlers there. These islands off the coast of Quebec were one of the last kind of strongholds of old-style Acadian fiddling, so they have a lot of really old, beautiful tunes there. And the second part of this Rabestan is pretty much exactly like the third part of that Dennis McGee tune, which is a really interesting correlation between old Acadian fiddling from Quebec, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Cajun fiddling. So let's hear the Rabestan from Lisa Ornstein, also from Avila LeBlanc. So the third part of the Dennis McGee tune sounds like this. That's it. exactly the same. So there's basically two old Acadian tunes, one from New Brunswick and one from the Magdalen Islands, that correspond pretty closely, in some cases almost exactly, to two of the three parts of Dennis McGee's La Danse Carrée. It seems to me like a clear case to make that there's a connection in some ways between Acadian fiddling and Cajun fiddling across all the centuries. Hope you enjoyed.